The human exploration ship Pathfinder 1 moved slowly through deep space. It was not a warship. It carried no heavy weapons. Its mission was simple: explore unknown regions and record strange signals. Captain Elias Monroe stood on the bridge, calm and focused. He had seen many stars, many empty systems, but something about this place felt different. "Report," he said. Lieutenant Harper checked the scanner screen. "Captain, we are detecting an energy structure ahead. It is very old, older than anything we have seen before." "How old?" Elias asked. Harper hesitated. "Thousands of years, maybe more." The crew leaned forward. On the main screen, space twisted like a broken mirror. A massive ring-shaped object appeared. It looked dead, silent, and forgotten. "A gate?" someone whispered. Harper nodded slowly. "Yes, an ancient jump gate, but it should not work anymore." Captain Elias crossed his arms. "Can it be activated?" The bridge went quiet. After a moment, Harper answered, "If we send a small power pulse, it might react." Elias thought carefully. Humans had learned that ancient technology was dangerous, but curiosity had always pushed them forward. "Do it." Elias said. The energy pulse touched the ring. At first, nothing happened. Then space began to shake. Light flashed across the gate. Old symbols burned bright again, waking from a long sleep. The gate opened. Before anyone could stop it, Pathfinder 1 was pulled forward. Space folded. Time screamed. And then silence. The ship appeared in a new star system. It was not empty. Hundreds, no, thousands of massive ships surrounded them. The ships were golden, sharp, and perfectly aligned. Their scale was terrifying. The crew froze. Captain Elias slowly stood straight. "Status?" "We are surrounded," Harper said quietly. "This is a military core system." On the main screen, a huge alien structure filled space. It looked like a city and a fortress combined. Unknown symbols lit the sky. Far away, alarms echoed across the system. On the Galactic Empire's throne world, panic spread. An unknown ship had appeared inside restricted space. Impossible. Scanners locked on. "This vessel does not match any known species," an officer reported. The High Council gathered fast. Tall figures, glowing armor, cold eyes. "Who dares enter our space without permission?" One High Lord demanded. The AI replied, "Species designation, human, origin soul system. Entry appears accidental." Laughter filled the chamber. "Accidental?" A lord mocked. "No one enters our empire by accident." "Bring them on screen," another ordered. "Let them see true power." Back on Pathfinder 1, a communication request appeared. Captain Elias accepted. A tall alien figure appeared. On the screen, wrapped in symbols of authority, "You stand before the Galactic Empire," the alien said. "You have broken sacred law. Kneel and await judgment." The bridge was silent. Captain Elias looked around at his crew. No fear. No panic. Just surprise. "We did not mean to enter your space," Elias said calmly. "Your gate was active." The alien's eyes narrowed. "You dare speak casually to us?" Elias shrugged slightly. "We are explorers, not invaders." The alien ended the transmission without a word. Around them, Imperial ships moved closer, weapons powered up. The Empire believed humans were weak. They believed this encounter would be quick, but they did not understand one thing: humans were not impressed, and they were not afraid. Deep in Imperial space, ancient records began to unlock. Warnings long ignored started to whisper again. The wrong door had been opened, and the galaxy would soon regret it. The human ship, Pathfinder 1, remained still in the center of Imperial space. Golden warships surrounded it from every side. Their weapons glowed with silent power. Inside the ship, the human crew stayed calm. Captain Elias Monroe stood with his hands behind his back. He did not shout. He did not rush. Any hostile movement? He asked. Lieutenant Harper shook her head. They are locking weapons but not firing. They are watching us. They are testing us, Elias said quietly, on the Galactic Empire's throne world. The High Council observed the human ship. Massive screens showed every detail. Such a small vessel, one High Lord said. Primitive design. Another nodded. No heavy weapons. No visible shields. They are weak. A third said confidently, but why are they not afraid? The council ordered a full scan. Energy waves hit the human ship. Inside Pathfinder 1. Alarms beeped softly. They are scanning everything, Harper said. Let them. Elias replied. The scans returned data that confused the Empire. The human ship used old-looking materials but refined. Their power systems were simple but efficient. Their shields were not visible but existed. This makes no sense, an Imperial scientist said. Their technology does not follow our standards. One High Lord smiled. Then we pressure them. A new message was sent to the human ship. This is the Galactic Empire, the voice said. You will submit to inspection. Power down your systems. Captain Elias answered calmly. We will not power down. The alien paused. That is not a request. Elias nodded. Understood. He ended the transmission. The Empire did not like that. Imperial ships moved closer. One ship fired. A low-energy pulse, a warning shot. It hit the human shields. Nothing happened. No explosion. No damage. The pulse simply vanished. On the throne world, silence filled the chamber. Fire again, a lord ordered. A stronger pulse followed. Again, nothing. How? One officer whispered. The shields were there, but invisible. Adaptive. Quiet. The Empire began to feel uneasy. Back on Pathfinder 1, the crew watched calmly. They are escalating, Harper said. Yes, Elias replied. But still afraid to go too far. Should we respond? An officer asked. Elias shook his head. Not yet. The Empire changed tactics. They sent a military envoy ship large, threatening, covered in weapons. It stopped directly in front of the human vessel. A new figure appeared on screen. A high-ranking Imperial commander. Humans, the commander said coldly, you will now demonstrate your technology. This is an order. Captain Elias looked bored. We are explorers, he said. Not performers. The commander's face tightened. You test our patience. Elias leaned forward slightly. And you are testing ours. The transmission ended. The Empire began a final test. They activated a gravity weapon. Space twisted around the human ship. Stars bent. Pressure increased. Inside Pathfinder 1, the floor shook. Gravity spike detected, Harper warned. Elias nodded once. Stabilize. The human ship adjusted its internal field. The gravity attack failed on the throne world. Alarms rang. That weapon has crushed fleets, a scientist said in fear. Why is it not working? An ancient archive opened by itself. A warning appeared on a forgotten screen. Do not provoke the quiet ones. The High Council went silent. These humans were not attacking. They were not showing power. They were simply refusing to break, and that scared the Empire more than any weapon. Far away, Captain Elias looked at the surrounding fleet. They will push. Again, he said. Yes, Harper agreed. What then? Elias allowed a small smile. Then, he said, we stop being polite. The silence between the human ship and the Galactic Empire felt heavy. Both sides waited. On the throne world. The High Council argued in low voices. The humans had not broken. Not once. "This is unacceptable," one High Lord said. "They ignore our power." "They act like we are nothing," another replied. The highest-ranking lord stood. His armor glowed brighter than the rest. "We will remind them who rules this galaxy." A new transmission was sent. The image of the High Lord appeared on the human bridge. His voice was loud and sharp. "Humans," he said, "you are weak travelers who survived by luck. Your kind has no place here." Captain Elias Monroe listened quietly. The High Lord continued, his words slow and cruel. "Your worlds will one. Daniel, your species will serve or disappear. This is mercy." The bridge stayed silent. The crew looked at their captain. Elias did not shout. He did not threaten. He simply asked, "Is that all?" The High Lord froze. On the throne world, shock spread through the chamber. "He dares interrupt?" One lord whispered. The High Lord's face twisted in anger. "You insult us with your tone," he said. "You stand before gods." Captain Elias tilted his head slightly. "Gods do not need to say it," he replied. The transmission cut. Around the human ship, Imperial vessels moved aggressively. Weapon systems powered up fully. Inside Pathfinder 1, tension rose. "They are preparing to fire for real," Harper warned. Elias nodded. "They want fear. Do we give it to them?" An officer asked. "No," Elias said. "We give them truth." The Empire launched a precision strike. A focused energy beam hit the human ship. This time, the shield flared bright and visible. The beam stopped. Then something unexpected happened. The energy was redirected. It flowed back toward empty space, harmlessly dispersing. Imperial commanders stared in disbelief. "That shield?" "It learned our weapon," a scientist said. Fear crept into their voices. The High Council panicked. "They are mocking us," one lord shouted. "No," another said slowly. "They are warning us." The High Lord slammed his staff on the floor. "Enough!" he roared. "Destroy one of their support drones." An Imperial ship fired. A small human drone vanished in a flash. On Pathfinder 1, the crew felt the loss. Captain Elias closed his eyes for 1 second. Then he opened them. "Message to all Imperial channels," he said. The human transmission went out across the system. Captain Elias appeared on every screen. His voice was calm. "You destroyed our property," he said. "That was unnecessary." The High Lord laughed. "What will you do?" he asked. "Fight us?" Elias shook his head. "No." He said, "We are leaving." The laughter stopped. The human ship powered up. Energy readings spiked, but not like weapons. They were stabilizing. Something deeper. Space around Pathfinder 1 began to vibrate. Imperial sensors screamed warnings. "What are they doing?" A commander shouted, "They are opening the gate again." Another cried, "But that gate should not respond inside our space." It did. The ancient structure far away glowed faintly. The humans were not trapped. They had never been trapped. Captain Elias looked one last time at the fleet. "We came by accident," he said quietly. "What happens next is your choice." The transmission ended. On the throne world, ancient warning text began to activate fully. Words long ignored burned bright. "Do not insult those who walk calmly among stars." The High Council finally understood. They had not angered weak explorers, they had insulted something far more dangerous. Humans had stopped smiling. The ancient gate glowed softly in the distance. The human ship Pathfinder 1 remained calm, steady, and ready. Imperial fleets surrounded it, but something had changed. The Empire no longer felt in control on the throne world. The High Council watched in fear. "They are not attacking," one lord said. "They are preparing." "That is worse," another replied. Inside Pathfinder 1, Captain Elias Monroe stood silent. His crew waited for orders. "They destroyed one of our drones," Harper said. "Command will not like that." Elias nodded slowly. "This is no longer a mistake. It is a lesson." He turned toward the console. "Activate demonstration mode," he said. The crew froze. "Captain," Harper whispered, "that will reveal—" "I know," Elias said. "Just enough." The human ship changed. No weapons extended. No aggressive movement. Instead, space around the ship bent gently. Imperial sensors began to fail. Readings are unstable. An officer shouted, "We are losing lock." Another yelled. One Imperial cruiser moved closer, confident in its size. That was a mistake. Without warning, the space around the cruiser collapsed inward. Not violently, not loudly. The ship was frozen, its weapons shut down. Its engines went dark. Cruiser drifted, powerless. Panic spread through the Imperial fleet. They disabled it without firing. A commander screamed. "How?" Another asked. The answer was simple. The humans did not fight the Empire's technology. They controlled the space it lived in, on the throne world. Ancient systems unlocked deeper archives. Old symbols flashed red. A forgotten name appeared. The Quiet Engineers. A scientist's voice trembled. "These humans." They matched the description. A High Lord whispered. They were supposed to be a myth. Back on the human ship, Captain Elias watched the frozen cruiser. "Release it," he said. The ship regained power. It fled. The message was clear. The High Lord opened a channel again. His voice was weaker now. "You have made your point," he said. "Stand down." Captain Elias replied calmly. "We did not come to fight," he said. "You forced this." The High Lord tried to regain authority. "The Empire rules this galaxy." Elias shook his head. "No," he said. "You occupy it." Imperial fleets pulled back slightly. The humans did not chase. They did not threaten. They simply waited. That scared the Empire more than an attack. Harper spoke softly. "Captain, what if they strike again?" Elias looked at the stars. "Then we stop being careful." The gate flared brighter. Human systems sensed with it perfectly. Imperial scientists stared in horror. "They are rewriting gate protocols," one shouted. "No one can do that." But the humans could. They had built worse things. Captain Elias sent one final system-wide message. "We will leave now," he said. "Remember this moment." The human ship moved toward the gate. Imperial fleets did not stop it. They could not. On the throne world, the High Council sat in silence. Their empire was still powerful. Their fleets were still vast, but their belief was broken. They had met a species that did not seek control. Only understanding. And consequences. The human ship Pathfinder 1 was gone. The ancient gates slowly closed, leaving Imperial space silent and empty. No explosions. No war. Only fear. On the Galactic Empire's throne world, the High Council remained seated. No one spoke. The largest fleet in the galaxy had been powerless to stop a single human ship. "They left," one lord said quietly. "Just like that." "They could have destroyed us?" another whispered. "Yes," the first replied. "But they did not." That truth felt heavier than any defeat. Imperial scientists worked without rest. Ancient archives, sealed for thousands of years, had fully unlocked. After the human encounter. Old warnings filled the halls. "These records were hidden," a senior archivist said. "Not erased, hidden on purpose." One name appeared again and again. Humans, not conquerors. Not rulers. Observers. The records told a story the Empire had chosen to forget. Long before the Empire ruled the stars, humans had existed, quiet, curious, watching younger civilizations rise and fall. They did not build empires. They studied them. They tested ideas. They learned limits. When civilizations failed, humans moved on. When they grew dangerous, humans intervened. A High Lord's voice shook. Why did they let us rise? The archivist answered softly, because we never crossed their line. Silence followed. Across the empire, military commanders reported strange events. Ancient gates were changing. Old systems responded to unknown signals. Human technology markers appeared and vanished like shadows. They are still here, one commander said, just not visible. The Empire realized the truth too late. The humans had not entered by accident. The gate had responded to them. It always had. On a distant star system, Pathfinder 1 traveled calmly. Captain Elias Monroe stood on the bridge, watching stars pass by. Command will want a full report, Harper said. Elias nodded. They will get one. Do you think the Empire learned? She asked. Elias paused. They learned fear, he said. Understanding takes longer. A human council light years away received the report. Simple words. No drama. Encounter, non-hostile. Empire response. Aggressive. Conclusion. Not ready. File was archived. Not as a warning. As a note. Back in Imperial space, the High Council issued a galaxy-wide order. All contact with human systems is forbidden. They called it caution. The younger species called it wisdom. Years passed. The Galactic Empire still stood, but it ruled differently. No more careless threats. No more insults to unknown travelers, because somewhere beyond the stars, humans watched. Quietly. The Empire never forgot the moment a single human ship entered their heart and left untouched. They never forgot how small they felt, and they never forgot the final truth written in ancient code. Humans do not seek to rule the galaxy. They only step in when someone forgets how small they are.